So we're back with some more Forsaken Frontiers now that v1200 just dropped here on Halloween. So we're going to take a look at some of the changes. They changed the version number to 1200, so it must be something nice. I'm going to just pull up the patch notes right here. New features. Added escape game mode. So this is a game mode that was in the playtest that didn't make it to live, but it is now in the live version. So in this game mode, you basically go to a location and you have to find the one elevator on the map. At least that's how it worked in the playtest. Here it says high stakes survival experience where players must join forces to break free from the ECD's grasp. This mode highlights intense survival elements and the crucial role of teamwork to escape from captivity. So this is what we're going to do today. We're going to check out the escape game mode. Let's see some other stuff. Increased item collider sizes to make loot easier to pick up. Cool. Improved stability, procedural world generation to prevent instances getting stuck. Nice. Fix an issue where cells weren't always fully removed from memory after leaving a location, which could cause performance degradation over time. Okay. Further adjustments to address the black screen of death bug. Hopefully it is now resolved. You know, it's been a pesky one to deal with, from what I could tell anyway. Fix an issue where elevators could become permanently stuck after being blocked by an enemy. Thank you. This happened to me on one of my solo runs and it was very sad. Fix the fall detection system to prevent players from intentionally getting stuck to trigger a free teleport back to the train. Yeah, this is something that someone brought up in my Discord. Like there are stuck spots where you can just go back for free. And it actually happened on my solo run earlier today. I didn't do it on purpose, but I got cocooned and got sent back to the train and it was real nice. And I'm gonna take it considering how mean some of the bugs have been to me. Fix an issue where players would desync after being teleported until they moved. Okay. Fix glow stick color for late joiners. We love it out here. Glow sticks. And fix a bug where jack-o'-lanterns would turn off during train power outages, because the power of jack-o'-lanterns is not tied to what's it called? The train, I suppose. Anyway, those are the changes. And we're gonna go try escape game mode. I don't know how viable it is to actually escape. We're gonna find out. In my entire time playing in escape mode on the playtest, I only ever escaped once, and I'm pretty sure I'm the only person to have escaped in escape mode. So we're gonna try it out, see if anything's different. We'll listen to the director messages because there's probably gonna be a different one. Oh yeah, here, look at this. Because there might actually be a new director. Yeah.
Mission has been terminated and you are no longer required to gather supplies. Remain on the train at all times. Deviation from assigned location is strictly prohibited. Non-compliance will result in capital punishment. You are being relocated to a secure facility for re-evaluation. Your current status and all activities are under review. The following behaviors will not be tolerated. Attempting to stop the train. Communication with others, verbal or otherwise, tampering with equipment or operations, any form of resistance or defiance. Your cooperation is mandatory. Estimated time of arrival, 10 minutes. Further instructions will be provided upon arrival.
Okay, so it's the same director message as the playtest as well. I wonder if the Easter egg is still in this game, or in the live version. Because there is an Easter egg that I can do from here. Well, if anyone wants to figure out if the Easter egg is still in the live version, listen to the director message and follow the instructions and let me know if it actually still works. That's not how I'm going to start the session because, you know, I'm going to show it for YouTube. And the people of YouTube don't want to see me do this Easter egg because of the nature of reaching it. So the goal is that you want to try to find the one elevator on the map. And so you're not collecting scrap, you're trying to escape the location that you went to. Oh, and there's a timer too, so there's a built-in speedrun timer for it. And instead of finding loot like you normally would, you find store items that might help you on your run. Because you can't buy stuff, but you'll find equipment instead. So during the playtest, a bunch of us were trying to see who could escape the fastest, and it ended up... Okay, yeah, so we get a glow stick. It ended up being who could escape, period. And I was the only one to escape. I escaped on hospital once. And it took me like 15 minutes. This was before the timer was in the game, because the timer was not in the playtest. Don't need more light sources. I'm looking for adrenaline's medkits now. I could check there for equipment. There's probably... Is this a good location for equipment? Medkit. Bolt cutters is good also. I'll actually take those. And then once I'm fully kitted out, then I'll stop looking for stuff. Now I'm looking for an adrenaline, hopefully. Doesn't seem like it spawns on the shelves, so it's just gonna be in the drawers here. I don't know why I'm holding right mouse button. It's like it's Dead by Daylight or something. Right mouse button is my run button in Dead by Daylight. Adrenaline. Guess I'm gonna run past this also. It is 400 cells though and 1 elevator. So... The fact that I haven't had any monster spawns leads me to believe that monster spawns are adjusted. Because my experience with escape mode in the playtest was getting basically insta-got by enemies for the most part. Okay, we have our adrenaline now. Yeah, they patched out the TP tech, Cosmo. We had to take advantage of it back in v1110. Time to down patch for teleport tech. Now, in this instance... Well, also, yeah, you don't have a time limit, by the way. So, you can be here for a really long time, trying to look for this elevator. So, I don't recommend dying in this format. Especially in multiplayer, because you might be waiting for a long time. It's one of the reasons why I don't want to do a pub lobby. If you use stuff up, are you gonna look for more or just full send to elevator again? Well, I need to... Finding the elevator is the objective of this game mode. So I need to... Once I find the elevator, then I win. But now that it's live and there's more than like 15 people playing, hopefully someone will actually find an elevator this time. The equipment is just to help you actually try and find the elevator. I might like if I find a pager, I'll consider using it. Because you know, if it's only one elevator, the pager will actually kind of guide me to it. But at the exchange of aggroing enemies, there's a shambler right there. Pager, it beeps the closer you... It beeps when you are on the same elevation as an elevator, and the beeps get more frequent as you get closer to one. But it alerts enemies when it beeps too. It makes noise. Speaking of pagers. I guess I'll use it for Roy. I'm also behind the shamblers now. Maybe being behind the shamblers is a good thing. So I know that the pager or that the elevator is not on this elevation, so I'm gonna have to go up or down. From here. Okay, let's fix this though. And pager in the 4th slot. I don't even really need to open any of this because I can't tell if the pager's on or off though. That's the only problem. Okay, looks like the Shamblers spawned in here, maybe. Yeah, I'm kitted out. There's not really much more that I can get here other than maybe like repair my bolt cutters. Like if I see them. Or if I know where like adrenaline and stuff is, I can always go back. More bolt cutters. If I'm not mistaken, elevators will also only spawn like in the farthest reaches of the map, so you shouldn't be looking for elevators too close to the entrance. You're gonna have to like actually go kind of far to find one. Like the fact that I found it in 15 minutes in the playtest was kind of crazy. But I'm not gonna ride the coattails of my hospital escape during the playtest. It's time to get one for real. To be on the board for real. Already checked here, right? I guess opening stuff can also be a way to show that you've been somewhere too. Shamblers coming back. Ventress is nearby. Okay, I'm just gonna aggro them. Fuck it. Welcome back, Karma. Currently playing the new game mode, escape mode. New as in new to the live patch. Okay, I'm getting out of here. Okay. Well, that's cool. She decided to pop out again. I don't like that they're going that way though. That's kind of where I wanted to go. How do you deal with the Ventress? If you know that she's on the map, the one is to learn when she spawns on the map, and then 2 is to always know where your next door is, and 3, always look for vents when you know that she's around. So that way you can kind of, if a vent pops, you can expect when she's gonna come by, and where your escape route is. But you can just door slam her like every other enemy. She's detected by both sight and sound. So she can kind of see you through the walls, and her hearing's pretty decent. If you want to avoid her completely, you just have to crouch walk everywhere, basically. Which isn't ideal, but... if you're breathing and you don't know what's near you, it might be the Ventress, but you can also hear her, like, breathing in the walls, too. That's kind of like your indicator that you're near a Ventress. Can hold on to this for now until we get something better. But yeah, you just look for vent spots like that, and if you hear a vent pop near you and it sounds like it came from there, just be wary of it. Yeah, I'm gonna play a little bit slower until I get my adrenaline back. Because now if I go down, it's not gonna be very... I'm gonna just lose. If I were like speedrunning it, it might be a reset. Like, you could just reset for better seeds, I guess. But I don't think most people are gonna reset for something like that. Did I open these already? I did. But I right hugged the whole time, so we're gonna start clearing out the left sides. I don't think I fully cleared over that way, but my brain is telling me that enemies spawn in deep progress. Therefore, I must go in the direction from which enemies have spawned. Does that make sense? Because if the elevator is always going to be in deep progress, then maybe staying behind the enemies is still kind of the play. I actually like seeing this loot room because now I can potentially get an adrenaline here. Or not. Flashlight. Can replace our bolt cutter. Even if it's a little bit wasteful. Speaking of wasteful, I'm gonna open this closet. Just in case. Open door that way. We'll check this way first. Oh my. I'm walking now because I can. Is this an area I've explored already? No, it's not. But I'm gonna open these just so I know that I've explored them. I mean, it's 400 cells, so this is the game mode where you're gonna realize how big 400 cells is. I guess I could be using my pager too, but whatever. I kind of don't want to now that the Ventress is out. Because if I pager ping and then the Ventress comes nearby because I used it, I don't know if that's really worth it. It's probably better to just right hug, left hug. Pager probably helps if you're trying to go for time though. At 13 minutes. If I was going for time, I'd be running too. But I kind of don't want to aggro anything over here. Not until I get my adrenaline. These are just closets, so I'm not going to open them. I'm going to open this one though. This one unlocked, or are they both locked? Okay, this one's unlocked. Looks like a dead end. Oh. Oh, dead person. My goodness. I feel like when I die on this one, well, if I die, then I just run again at some point. I guess I could just keep running. It doesn't matter too much. I guess. This is also a good game mode to get used to encountering the enemies, I guess. Because you get to encounter them a little bit early. And since you're not leaving, most of the time you won't leave before they make an appearance. So you're kind of just guaranteed to encounter them. This is where I got really good at dealing with multiple enemies at once, because at playtest escape mode, all the enemies spawn on every map. Actually, no. The butcher didn't spawn on the hospital. That was like the one thing. So hospital was just the easiest map for a number of reasons. Maybe this isn't a closet. Okay. That was my attempt to be thorough. Now we go this way, because I haven't cleared this way yet. Oh. Hopefully my pager's not just on, and it just kind of gives me away. Okay. The problem is that during that chase with the Ventress and the Shambler and stuff, I might have turned in a way where I didn't clear everything that I've gone past, which will be a problem if I don't find my next way forward anytime soon. Like if I just keep running into dead ends, it's gonna be problematic. then I'll have to start my search over again. And I'm not sure how effective. Try not to waste any doors, because I don't know what, like, for how long I'll need them, you know? Probably on my left, honestly. Yeah. Well, this is definitely a way I haven't gone yet, so... Dang it. They've chilled, but I do have to go back. And honestly, I'm just gonna have to run right through them, I'm pretty sure. Oh, wait. I'm gonna open this. I came in from this side, so maybe there's something over here. Oh, this is still backwards. Okay. This is still back towards the train. And I know it's back towards the train because of the orientation of the tile. Damn. I'm like going all the way back. Hopefully there's something right here, damn. Wait, I'm literally about to be back at the start. Oh, I guess you can just outrun the Ventress entirely. I definitely right hugged. But what gives? Yeah, so I have to go back this way. I guess I'll left hug this time. I mean, I came from over there, right? Since right hugging didn't do me many favors. I mean, I'm still alive, I guess. Oh, man. Brother. You know what's crazy? I haven't seen the spider yet. Oh no, maybe the spider still doesn't spawn here. Escape mode. Running endless? I'm currently running escape mode. Because escape mode just dropped in v1200. But I guess I should update the stream title then. I was doing endless earlier though. I completed 10 debt cycles and I'm still ongoing. I just have that run pinned for now while we play escape mode. I'm gonna religiously left hug. Okay. I know for a fact that this is all cleared. So I already cleared all of this. Yeah, so for escape mode, you win when you find an elevator. And there's only one elevator on the map. That's the win con. I think this is where the Ventress popped on me the first time. Okay. Oh. I'm getting rid of this pager. Yeah, you have to go kind of like once you start to grasp how big 400 cells actually is, like the size of the map, it's insane. These maps are huge. That's what I'm trying to get at. Yo, Karma, thanks for gifting the sub to End Man. Welcome to ad-free territory. Ad-free viewing. This left hug is getting a little intense now. I feel like I've already been here. Yeah, I've already been here, but we're gonna keep going just in case. Maybe there's an elevator in this closet. But since we're committing to the left hug, we can keep committing to the left hug. It seems like the spawns actually are adjusted for the maps. Otherwise, I would have seen like spiders, the Ventress, etc. Or sorry, spiders and Forsaken here on the metro, but I haven't. Okay, well, I definitely want more bolt cutters before proceeding. Now I know I left some somewhere over here. There's a built-in timer up here, which was implemented before the current speedrun timer in live. Because there's no time limit for this format, so instead of putting a clock, which wouldn't serve any purpose, they put the timer on the data deck instead. How's it going, RC? Where the hell did I... Okay. bolt cutters I left behind must be somewhere crazy. There they are. Okay, now I have to remember where... Okay, we continue the left hug from here. And if you weren't good at left hugging, right hugging before, this will give you some good left hug, right hug practice. Just watching the Solo Nightmare run? Thought maybe I should check Twitch. Hey, welcome in. A new update for the game just dropped while I was streaming today. So right now we're on the new update, v1200, and are trying out the new escape game mode, where you have to try to escape to the one elevator that's on the map. I haven't done it successfully yet, but we're working on it. Okay, this is not where I was earlier, unfortunately. So I need to figure out where I was just before this, before I went looking back for the bolt cutters. I don't know if I even made it all the way here first. I think I was still up here. Was I still left hugging up here? I was. Because it was this locked door that I wanted to unlock. I'm gonna open these. Okay, we still have progress. There's more bolt cutters right there, which is good. I have a good feeling. Just not about this one right here. Dang it. Okay. That's just a closet. I'm not gonna waste a charge on that. Let's make sure that we checked all the way down here first. There's no progress in that tile, so I won't use something there. Ventress is in the walls near me. That was her breathing, by the way. If anyone was curious about how to identify the Ventress. That's why I'm currently crouch walking. I'd rather not aggro her if I don't have to. Just watch your guys because you upload them. Game seems cool. It's fun. It's fun. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. Now, this game mode is a different approach to the base game, because in the base game it's more like Lethal Company, where you gotta collect loot to meet off your debt cycles. I'm gonna open this in case I need this against the Ventress. But in this game mode it's more of an escape type thing. I'm gonna try to go in here. I feel like I've already... Oh, this is the one that I already cleared. Okay. So I feel like I cleared all of that. So, oh wait, but I'm going deeper again. Shoot. I'm so lost. But I'm alive at least. And I've lost the Ventress as well. This is why I was kind of happy with my one escape on escape mode. Cause it's, I mean, this game mode's in live. It's a lot easier because I haven't died yet. It's just the default metro spawns, it seems, and it's really hard to die like that. So I think escape mode on metro is gonna be very doable. But the reason why I do it solo is because, let's say you died on escape mode, you kind of have to wait until your team wipes before you play again. And depending on like who you're playing with, that can be a long time. I think escape mode is more tuned for solo play. Or if you just want to move slowly together as a group, that can work too. Looks like a game I tried to perfect. Don't have time to do that word. And yeah, the like especially like the high quota or high cycle variants of this game, they take a lot longer than Lethal Company too. I've said it a few times, but like the world record run for Forsaken Frontiers took 33 hours. It wasn't very optimized though, so it could probably be done faster. And then the solo record was 115 days, which took 8 hours, which I think was a lot more optimized. But I'll still try duo escape whenever Nico's ready. I'm kind of at a loss now, but oh, okay, well, here's a way I haven't gone yet. Wow, hold on. Might be cooking. I probably shouldn't have made him kick that down though. Just don't go down the stairs. It sounds like we're good. For sure. Peace out, Endman. It's really gonna depend on what Nico wants to do. If I'm still streaming by then. I was ready to end the stream already, and then v1200 dropped. So the show is continuing on for now. And it looks like I will most likely get an escape here too. Finally found some progress after who knows how long. Where's the stamina bar? So Forsaken Frontiers is very like minimal as far as like heads up display goes. So the way you know your stamina is based on whether like how hard your character is breathing after running. And you can hear it recover too. That's why the only thing on the heads up display is this little dot crosshair. Most of the other inputs on the data deck or it just has to be heard in the environment. They didn't want to put too much stuff on the actual screen itself, so you can just immerse yourself into what's on the screen. Okay, another dead end, but that's fine. You know, we have the multi-level, we have the pit tile, and we have a few different areas to cross off. It's more just being aware of like, what information is being shared on the screen, I guess. I almost feel like I should clear tile by tile instead of strict left hug, right hug, because some of these tiles get a little bit more complicated than that. Or maybe not. Specifically this tile right here. This one has like... Okay. It's the undersides right here. And I don't entirely remember if I fully cleared them or not. Lantern, don't need it. I have one actually. Which means I have room for another adrenaline. I know I ran past one earlier. Swap out our bolt cutter for now. Okay. can confidently say I've cleared that. I think I said I was religiously left hugging, right? Yeah, so that's why I ended up here. There we go. There. Now I have double adrenaline. There's a pager again if I really want to use it. I don't think I do though. I think I trust my navigation to get there. Welcome back, Jupiter. Currently trying the new escape mode in v1200. They finally added it to the live version of the game. Question is, have I looked everywhere, I guess? So I jumped over this pit, but I can't say I fully cleared everything though. Sure. Okay, well. I mean, if I really didn't care about my time, I could theoretically just crawl safely across the entire map as a slug who went down to the Ventress. And as long as I didn't have to open up a new door, I would be just completely safe, right? Because the Butcher is never going to pick me up here. The Ventress is never going to kill me. The only thing is, it's going to take me 10 business days to actually escape. The Shambler is also coming this way, so I think it's actually fine that I stay down for a little bit. Dang, this is a dead end. Not exploitable at all. But I guess if you have the patience to do it this way, then all the power to you. A clear is a clear, right? I don't think I got the patience like that. But I am behind the Shambler, so there's really no point to pick myself up right now. I don't think I didn't really have an adrenaline or anything over there. Butcher is here too. What's crazy is I haven't even seen the Butcher room. I'm glad I didn't pick myself back up here, because even though I'm walking or like crawling behind the Butcher or behind the Shambler, the Butcher would have seen me there. And then the Ventress, you know, she just popped out, so she's clearly somewhere nearby. I mean, I guess I can go down again. I still have another adrenaline. Thanks for the follow, Ziddings. It might be, maybe I go down to the Butcher actually, and then he Butcher carries me to a place of the map that I haven't been to yet. And then I still have an adrenaline, so maybe I see the elevator on the way back. But I think that I want to do that. Maybe that's a strategy. But I want to use my adrenaline and then medkit up and then find another adrenaline medkit. Because if I unhook myself, I want to heal myself so that way I can go down one more time. I'd be carried for so long. I mean, I've been on this run for 40 minutes already. I think I'd be okay with it. Because then that's another way to safely traverse the map, I guess. Just get Butcher carried. I'm not gonna, I'm done crawl. Oh shit, I used both my adrenalines. That's not good. Dang it. So that plan's out the window. I just used my second adrenaline on accident. So when you use an adrenaline while you're up, it, okay, well now I've completely deviated from the left hug, right hug strat. We are back to doing whatever the hell we want, I guess. There's a pager from earlier. I'll entertain the idea of it. Damn, this is where I picked up the bolt cutter earlier. Took both to increase the difficulty, right. If you use an adrenaline while healthy, it gives you like infinite stamina for a brief period of time, which could be what you need to escape your current encounter. That's not exactly what I needed right then and there though, that's kind of unfortunate. I know I left an adrenaline somewhere on the map, but I'm not confident that I left 2 adrenalines. 2 flashlights though. Another bolt cutter. Might as well pick up a glow stick while I still can. You can't really juke them side to side because but you can loop them around an object. So like if something was coming from this way, I'm basically just hit, which is why it's very important to not put yourself into a dead end. But if I had like a pull like this and they were coming from this door, I can wait for them to come onto this side and then loop them around it and make it through. But you can't just sidestep enemies. They will hit you no matter what. I've only successfully sidestepped an enemy once. And I wasn't even trying to do it. Inspired you to get this game? Let's go. New update just dropped like an hour ago too, so that was not a bad time. Anyway, here's what I'm talking about. There's an object to loop him around. I do eventually have to get to a door to slam him though. Oh, that's unlucky. Yeah, I have to take a hit here. And unless I find some, like... Unless I find the elevator, I'm going down here. Oh well, that's not an elevator. Why did you not see me? Hello? I don't know why he didn't see me, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. Hopefully we find, like, an item to help us out here. Because now if the Ventress pops, I'm dead. Because the Ventress will be faster than me while I'm injured. Escape mode is flipping impossible. That's why during the playtest I held my one escape on hospital as if it were a newborn child. Because I could not actually believe that I escaped. Like, you know, I use... Okay, well. I say challenges are impossible on my, you know, on YouTube all the time. But escape actually kind of, well, it's not impossible, but it's definitely not the easiest. I think I'm good. Question is, how long am I good for, though? And jump scared, holy shit. Alright, well. Yeah, I got sniped. I mean, I could have counted, right? Because the Ventress hunts for 15 seconds out of after popping. I'm pretty sure it wasn't 15 seconds yet. But yeah. So that's what escape mode is. And it's the same thing on all the different maps, metro, hotel, hospital, tunnels, etc. And the goal is to find an elevator. Unfortunately, we didn't find it this time. If you want to see what... I mean, okay, well, in the playtest, there wasn't a cutscene after escaping. It just...
Workforce. The reclamation of America is an ambitious endeavor that requires...
It didn't have a cutscene or anything, but now escape mode at the end of it when you find an elevator does or should. It has something at the end of it. I think that's what Dio was hinting at in the media channel. So once someone finds an escape, you know, there'll be new content. I believe. So there is incentive to actually get that escape. I don't think I'm going to do it today though. I think that's where I'm going to end my playthrough. But I will be revisiting escape mode at some point. This was the only, well, this was the main thing that was added to v1200, so I wanted to give it a shot first. But if anyone, well, I mean, I guess if you figure it out and post it in Discord, post spoilers so people aren't spoiled unless they want to be. But that'll be it for escape mode. But here's the thing, I will wait out to see if the Easter egg is still in this game. So at the beginning of escape mode, well, I guess hold on. So I guess if people want to indulge in this with me, then I guess we'll figure it out.
Your mission has been terminated and you are no longer required to gather supplies. Remain on the train at all times. Deviation from assigned location is strictly prohibited. Non-compliance will result in capital punishment. You are being relocated to a secure facility for re-evaluation. Your current status and all activities are under review. The following behaviors will not be tolerated: attempting to stop the train, communication with others, verbal or otherwise, tampering with equipment or operations, any form of resistance or defiance. Your cooperation is mandatory. Estimated time of arrival, 10 minutes. Further instructions will be provided upon arrival.
Thanks for the sub, Rum151 Ice Cream. So they said that we are being relocated to a different location, and prohibited actions are stopping the train, talking to others. When you pull this, you actually stop the train. So we're gonna wait for 10 minutes to see if what happens. So it's 54 minutes on the recording right now, so at about hour 3, hour 4, maybe something will happen. Did we see how big the item's hitbox is yet? I didn't test that or anything. I guess because I didn't play regular Forsaken Frontiers, I just played escape mode. Sad you can't run Pentagon escape. Yeah, at least by default, huh? Maybe there's a lore reason for it. Maybe when you escape one map, you go to level 2 at the Pentagon. That's why there's a Pentagon rework also. But I guess Pentagon rework didn't make it to this patch. It'll be the next one. Dio was in here saying that there's 2 big content updates for the next 2 big updates. So this is the first one where it introduces a new game mode, so I'm curious to see what the second one will introduce. There you go. Speak of the Dio. But you know what this means, right? We got 10 minutes to wait out this out. Therefore, surely the web fishing lobby is still up.
Attention, workforce in the region formerly known as California. This is the director speaking. I regret to inform you that a catastrophic anomaly has been detected in your area. A surge
I think escape should be put on individual level leaderboards or make it a category. I don't know. I don't know if... I mean, they're gonna be different because it seems like escape mode is consistent with the spawns of each map. For example, like Metro is gonna be easier because it only has Butcher, Ventress, Shambler. Hotel will have all the enemies minus Forsaken. Hotel will have all the enemies minus Butcher. Tunnels will have the Frostbite mechanic in addition to all the enemies minus Forsaken. Easter egg was not tested since beta, so we shall see if it works. Okay.
Evacuate now. Time is running out.
What better time to figure out than now, am I right? Then what better time than the present? I wonder if my code is still copy pasted. It is not. Well, time to go to Nico's Discord again, grab the web fishing lobby. Here's the web fishing lobby in case anyone wants to join me for the next 5 minutes, I guess. Who's in here still? A Oh, GZ I meant. I'm still playing FF. Waiting for Easter egg so I fish. Still got like 6 minutes or so. So if I drink one of these... Oh wait. Maybe I just do a bunch of scratchers instead of actually fishing. That's what I was gonna do beforehand, I guess. Too bad I wasted that Catcher's Cola Deluxe, but honestly, it's not gonna matter what kind of drinks I waste when I make it out big right here. Got $12,000. I'd say 13,000 just to round up, I guess. I'll buy one of these. So, let's see how much money we make off these scratchers. $12,000 worth of scratchers. Do I win? Can't tell. Do I have to scratch all of it off? Okay, didn't win anything. That's fine. Hey, whoa, we won $5,000. Wait, we've already made back half of our money. We already made back half of our money on 2 scratchers. Hold on, maybe the people who gamble are onto something. I'm gonna let them know. Gambling away 12K right now. Just got 5K on second scratcher. That's nuts. Easiest 5 bans of my life. I was like the web fishing equivalent of a surplus hospital. Dang it. This one's not looking too promising. Yeah. Oops. I didn't click it in order, but it's gonna be for the best. Watch. Or not. They said go in order. Oh, 350. Okay, I paid it back.
This is the director speaking. A reminder regarding the caution class entity.
Standing next to the vendor.
It is completely deaf and relies solely on its vision. If spotted by this entity, it will emit a high-pitched shriek to alert other hostile entities to your presence. Avoid being seen at all costs. Utilize cover and move carefully in its vicinity. Remember, silence is not your ally here. Stealth in
So we're still down about like 7,000-8,000 bucks, but we have plenty of scratchers to work with. Okay. I don't understand how the scratcher works, but at least it tells me if I win or not. Ooh, I see a $10,000. but I think it has to match the numbers and the letters here for me to win. I think I just figured out how the scratcher works. Dang, so it's not very likely that you'll win, but at least, you know, there was a 10,000 on that one, so it's not fake, right? And it looks like you can win up to 100,000 if you're lucky. I haven't seen 100,000 on here yet. 250, cool. They never said on the train that I couldn't just do scratchers while we wait to be teleported. $100, word. We're looking for net positives here. I mean, each one of these scratchers costs 350 bucks. So that $5,000 was a great start, but we're gonna need to start seeing some bigger returns here. Dang it. Wait. Wait, okay. My bad. Oh, so, we got taken somewhere. We got taken somewhere because we waited. So we're gonna see if this works now. Oh! For those that were wondering where the outside was. We outside. Hold on. Give me a second. Just gonna borrow this for a second. While there we go. I got a little screenshot of it for a thumbnail later. I can't even run here. But look at, this is what the outside of the train station looks like, guys. It's a pretty intense wall going on. They got the Wall Maria. Donald Trump got what he asked for, I guess. Oh, okay. Those are my end game stats, by the way. I just beat the game. But yeah, cool little Easter egg at the end. So that was escape mode. That was the Easter egg. If for people who want some lore nuggets, go crazy, I guess. And then I'm assuming that there's an actual ending for escape mode if you escape through the elevator. So I will be trying to escape through an elevator to find it, I guess.